Hey everyone, and welcome back to DTM Scale Modeling. And yes, that's right, I didn't post a video last week. I did do some work in the studio last week and did a little bit of video shooting, but I just decided to add that to this week's video. I just took a break from putting together a video, just working in the studio. Like I said, you'll see I did do filming on some of the things I'm doing, but I just took a break from putting the video up. But hey, I'm back. So in this week's video, I'm not really gonna, like I usually do, the Star Trek Axanar ships or the Shuttle Discovery, or what I normally do for my videos, build week, is this kind of, at this time I'm finally able to start getting finished up on my client and her mascot. It finally dried after almost 3 weeks. I don't know. Tried different things, and a friend of mine let me know maybe it's because there's humidity in your house. Like, I live in North Dakota, there's not that much humidity, but so took it outside while it was still nice, and finally got it dry. So yes, got the primer on that, and you'll see a very iconic ship that I am taken care of as a Christmas present. And then you'll see I am kind of doing a detailed build on the Ford Galaxy 500 that my future son-in-law asked if I could do, so he could give it to his grandfather, because they're rebuilding one at his grandfather's place. So I said, yeah, of course. So that's kind of what it is right now. Is I'm getting the client build finished, but now I'm starting to work into getting Christmas presents built and done, so I can get that done. And then yes, starting January, I'll be back to client builds. But I'm gonna do videos up, and then I'll do a good one on Christmas Day that I will share with you guys about everything that I'm doing, because I'm trying to keep some things very well discreet, and other things, hey. But with that, if you are new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button, click on the little bell, and you'll know every time I upload. And as always, thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. I really, really do appreciate it, enjoy it. And with that, if you guys have any questions about a technique I've done, or why I did something, or hey, could you repeat that, but can you do a solo video just for that technique, please let me know. Put it in the comment section, and I will do my very best to get that done, and I will get it done. I usually answer within 12 to 24 hours. But also that means, hey, you can put a thumbs up, a Buck, great job, a Buck, awesome, or Buck, what the heck were you thinking when you did that? Please. Like I said, I usually respond within 12 to 24 hours. So with that, guys, thank you for sticking around to my channel, and let's go see what I've done for the last couple of weeks. Well, good morning. Yes, back at the bench. Just a little later in the week. Been working on some things, trying to get the mascot, that air dry clay, to actually dry. I mean, I know it's taking a while, so I took my heat gun, was about 4 feet away from it, and just lightly went over it, and now I'm letting it sit and see if that helps cure it up. But while I'm waiting on that, besides the other, the Christmas presses I am doing for family, my son-in-law asked if I would do something from him for his grandfather, and I was like, yeah, of course, your family. So him and his grandfather are rebuilding this 1966 Galaxy 500, and I'm kind of happy because I don't think his grandfather subscribed, so keep my fingers crossed. But it's really interesting. I mean, it's going to be a fun build, and there's 3 different sets. Let me just show you this. There's 3 different ways to do it. So this first one is just the Grand National. That's everything that it is, the Grand National. Then there's the custom built, and then there is the stock and drag. So yeah, but for most cars, it's like, yeah, okay, I've done a few of them now, so I'm good. And yes, I will be doing effects with this one. But first, I wanted to go through and tell you guys. So this is the stock chrome-plated parts that a lot of the kits come in. Now with T.B.I, their chrome is amazing. Or not T.B.I, but hold on one second, let me think about it. Bandai. Sorry, Bandai. Their chrome is amazing, and I don't have to strip it. It's really good. But this, I do not like this chrome plate on the styrene, so I'm going to get rid of it. And to do that, I put it into my Purple Power and just let it sit there until it strips all the chrome away. So there's that. And then, yes, like I said, I am going to be doing the lighting. But I'm going to get this put in and start doing some pre-build and cleanup. And I'll share that when I come back. But yes, I will be going through, especially on doing the lighting on this car. Like I said, I've done a few. And I will be using Tennant Controls board for this. And I will share that with you here in just a minute before I get started on things. So let me grab it real quick and I'll be right back. Alright, so here we go. So first and foremost, I love the way Tennant Controls packages everything. I've already opened the bag, but it came in a nice sealed bag with the instructions and all the pieces. And very, very awesome. So, this is the board. But let's look at this real quick. Let me see if I can keep it in camera a little bit better for you. Let me zoom in here. So these Ralph and his team are amazing at getting these beat. So what I'm going to do is this, and there's, like you see, 1, 2, there's a lot of LEDs. There's going to be a lot of LEDs, but I'll go through that here in a second. So, this board, you have rear backup lights, rear driving lights, front driving lights, right side front and rear directional lights, then left side front and rear directional lights. So that's pretty cool because some cars, you know, it's great, but with this one, I can be able to do the backup and the brake, you know, the rear lights and the backup lights, and do two different, you know, because there's a low beam and a high beam setting for this guy. So, yay. So, a lot of times all I have is one bulb, you know, I'm only able to put one LED in, but this is going to make it really fun because then I can just, you know, do what I need to. And then on the back, sorry guys, let me open this back up so you can find the rear. Okay, so here is the rear. And for the Grand National, yeah, you got, you know, so the stock and the drag, but I'll be able to work in the lighting really well for this. So it will have the white backup light and then the red brake light. But let me show you the board. I'm still thinking about that. But so let's go ahead and undo the board. So here is the board. Very, very nice. Very, very, very easy to use. Very awesome. The team puts a on-off switch and then a battery. Now, you can do battery. You can keep it like this. And this battery is this one. And here's the magnetic switch. This has a magnetic switch. You can turn the power on and then you just swipe this, and I'll share that with you. But it has this is the battery. It is a 12 volt 23A battery. And let me see if I can find the magnetic switch. Show you guys. Here is the magnetic switch. Very, very cool. And basically you put it, you know, underneath, you know, under the hood, which the hood's going to open, or in the trunk. But you just wipe the magnet over and it goes through everything. And I will definitely be sharing that with you guys when I get that going. Because I'm probably going to go ahead and stay with the battery and go there. But I'll have to look, because these are 3mm bulb LEDs. So I'm going to have to see what kind of space I got to work with. Because that's also the issue. You got to look at how much space you got and how you're going to be able to run certain things. So let's say this is, you know, that's the interior. You're going to have to look and say, hey, can I run it, you know, before I put it in? Can I just run it down the side? So I will be back and I will share that with you guys too. So let me get this soaking and get some pre-built done, and I will return. Good afternoon, everyone, and yes, I am at work, back at the bench. So if you remember yesterday, I told you I was going to use my purple cleaner, Purple Power, or however it goes, to get rid of that plated chrome. Well, this is what these guys look like. I know they're a little weird, but yeah, but it gets all that plated chrome off, which is awesome. So there, see that one? And then I went ahead and I got some of them already primed. Been waiting on a couple more to finish and they're done, so I'm going to get those primed. Then when I come back, I will show you what I do to make these guys look really good and get that chrome effect back. But let me get the other ones primed, and then I'll be back and I'll show you how I get the chrome back on the chrome. So stand by. Well, good morning, and yes, back to work, and I'm going to go through some things that I didn't share with you yesterday, but I'm going to do it today. I apologize. So if you remember, this was, except for the hood, this was a solid body. Well, if you remember when I built the Impala for my friend, I took the trunk out, and this is where I'm going to be putting the computer board when all is said and done, and then this way they can open the trunk and change the battery or turn it on, do whatever they want. So yeah, it's fun. It took a little work, took a little bit, but got it all primed up, ready to go. A little more touch-ups before I go into painting. Got most of the body, well, I got all the parts I'm going to need primed, so I can start working on getting paint done. And when I go to paint, before I put any of the exhaust or anything in, I want to get this all taken care of first, so I'm not trying to do other things. But the one thing I did want to show you guys I did do is I've got these ready to go. Now, you saw I had primer, and something I've learned, while I love the Vallejos, I really do, and I mean, they're great, but one thing I did learn the last time I used them is to do the Impala black, to help keep it a little bit more shiny, I used white. And something that I learned when I used to use the all-clads is before you put on the metalizer, you should do either a gloss coat of black or what I did is a semi-gloss, because my hobby shop doesn't have any gloss right now, and that's alright. But so I used semi-gloss black, and that's where I'm gonna start today, is getting these guys redone. So give me a couple of seconds to make sure these guys are all good and ready to paint. Let me get some things cleaned off, and I'm not gonna take them off of the sprues yet, because I can touch those up, because a lot of the spots where this is going to be, they're going to be actually hidden, so that's fine. But let me make sure everything is good to go before I start, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I took the fan and I set it aside because this is all going to be chrome, and I'm using the Vallejo Model Air Metallic Chrome. Very cool. And again, just like with painting anything, guys, don't try to do it all at once. I mean, take your time, let it, let it come. Don't get in too big a hurry. I mean, I'm one to talk because, you see me. I've done things where, oh, I gotta do it, and then, sometimes it works out, and most times it doesn't. But, so I've already got it loaded, got it done, and let's, try to keep it on camera so you can see it. There's one. And I mean, it's not done yet, but. So, there's that. Now, you remember that plated chrome looked kind of crappy, but this looks really, this does do what it needs to. So, let's. And there's a lot of things I'm not going to use. I mean, most of it I will, but there's things like I won't. Like the smaller valve covers and stuff, and things like that. But so again, just take your time. I'm not even done with that, but yeah, just let's see if I can get that a little bit closer for you guys so you can see. And here's a really cool thing let me show you real quick, sorry. So you know how I painted that gloss black? Well, this is a grill, and I like it because it's getting in there, but it's still leaving a little bit of shading, so that's awesome and great. So alright, well, I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me paint, so it's going to take a few minutes. So I'm going to get back to this, and when I get it finished, I'll turn the camera back on and show you guys. Alright guys, all done. I'm going to go set this over and let it get good and dry, and then I'm going to seal it. And so yeah, there's that. So now the next fun part is, let's get some interior work and start figuring out things so I can start getting more things painted and getting them ready to get put together. So when I have an idea of what I'm doing next, I will be back and share. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and still waiting on the chrome and aluminum to dry, and then like I said, I'm going to get started on the bottom so I can get that put in and the engine. So I got looking, and like I said, this is a build for my son-in-law's grandfather. So I'm trying to keep it really close, but again, you know, Ford Blues, I mean, there's so many different Ford Blues. So as a builder, you can definitely paint the dang engine any way you want. But so what I'm going to do is trying to keep with that little bit of Ford Blue. I'm going with the Vallejo model, the metallic air Arctic Blue, and I think it's going to be really good. It's going to give it a little bit of that machine look or that metal look, and trust me, this is not gonna, you know, go crazy. And yes, I have a toothpick in here right now just trying to help me hold it so I don't have to touch it. And again, just like with any painting you do, guys, remember, don't try to do it all at once. And then trust me, there will be some detail painting going in on this and all that, but right now, you know, like I said, I'm just wanting to start getting the basis down. And like I said, again, you guys can paint the engine whatever the heck you want. You can paint the car whatever the heck you want. And so it's up to you. Do what you feel comfortable with. Do with what you want to do. So that's that. So yeah, it's fun. But the goal today, and yes, it is Friday, so you know I'm going to put the video together. But the goal today is at least get the underneath cleaned up and painted, get the engine painted, hopefully sealed and put together. That's the plan, right? But first step first, got to just get things painted. So I'm going to get back to getting these guys painted and start getting things hopefully put together. But I will return when I have more to share. Alright, well, all I got left to do for the engine is get the exhaust manifolds on. But there is that sorry guys. See if I can get it to where it's enough. Okay, there we go. So there is the oil pan trying to fall off. I'll take care of that in a minute, but there we go. And yes, I did add some detail to it, and oh god, I kind of got it close. I added detail to help give it a little more character. Now, basically all they said is just flat blue, and then they had the chrome, and then they told you what little parts to paint black. But I like this. This looks, I mean, it's a nice, good looking engine. I just, you know, I wanted to give it a little character. And then the same thing here. I've gotten it all painted up. I've done a little bit of detail. Then when I start getting the underneath all the way done, I will start weathering it just a little bit. So, yay. And, yeah, lots of projects, you know, like I said, going on. My client's head that I'm doing for her, it's still, that air dry clay is still like, why aren't you hardening it up? I mean, I have done everything. Oh, I mean, I'm just letting it sit there, but I tried my heat gun, and I stayed pretty far back from it, but it started to melt the clay, so I took that off. I've had it outside in the strong winds we've had. I'm just letting it go. So, I mean, that's the frustrating thing is, oh, come on, I'm ready to get some more done. But hey, it is what it is. That's what happens sometimes. My patience is getting a little thin on the drying time on that. But having a lot of fun with this. And yes, I'm just going to give you a sneak peek at one of the other projects I'm doing for a Christmas present. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. And yes, I will be lighting this and all that, but I will cover that more in the Christmas video that I will be doing. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. I mean, I'm going to keep working for a little bit longer and then get everything taken care of. But let me at least get the exhaust manifolds done. They're really, yeah, they're pretty close, but it's going to take a little dragging time. So with that, guys, I know it's kind of short video this week, and I apologize. Just a lot going on, and you know, just decided to take a little bit of a break and take a few days off, and then. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and yes, getting back to more work. I did do work yesterday, and let me show you. Engine is now in. Got some touch up to do down here. And all I got to do is add these 2 points to the exhaust, but yes, tires and the chassis is now rollable, and I am starting work on the interior. And I talked to my son-in-law and finally got told what his grandfather is doing for the interior, so yes, that's why you see red, but he did give me the license to make it look even more prettier. So yes, I have some touch-ups to do and get things done, but getting there. So that's where that's at. Printer's going crazy, and wanted to show you guys, got one deck in and got it all sealed up and starting to do some of the touch-up paints. But what I want to do now is get to work on getting a lot of the detail painting done, because I want to have everything ready before I actually, you know, so I can see where I need to run the wires and hide everything for the light effects. But, you know, that's coming down, but I want to try to at least get as much of the inside and everything done so I can, you know, at least get this done and clear coat and protect it. So that's what I'm going to start working on today, is getting some more of the detail painting done, and as I go, I will be back and I will share. Well, good morning, Thursday, and to all my brothers and sisters out there, happy Veterans Day. And it's also my oldest daughter's 21st birthday. So yay, fun. She requested for me to do a smoked brisket. So I've had that going since about 7:30 this morning. And yes, it is North Dakota and the snow has arrived, so fun. But what I wanted to share with you is things I'm doing. So I'm getting more of, let's see if I can get it up enough, more of the detail painting done. And I have to tell you guys, if you do this kit, just be warned, you're going to have to do brush painting. Just be aware of that. So working on that, getting all of the details, and I'm getting ready to get some more detail painted on the inside. But what I wanted to show you guys, two things actually. Let me move the ship, the Titanic. First, I've got my LEDs, my SM LEDs in, and the reason I'm using these is because I just love them so much better for the space and the compactness. So headlights and then the turn signals. Now my only issue is on this car, you know, the low ones come on for around town, and then the high ones come on for the high beams. So just trying to think what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to do a little research and see, because with this board, all it does is it controls the front headlights, but it does low beam and high beam. And just on that one circuit, there's not just one for low beam, and then there's not another one for high beam, but that's okay. So I'm going to do some research and see what I can do with that. But what I wanted to show you guys, when you do any kind of lighting, I would suggest, guys, especially for like the nanos and other things, go to your local Walmart or a craft store and get tulip slick. If you're new to my channel, guys, trust me, this is like my go-to thing. And on doing light blocking, especially with the nanos. And it's very simple, very easy. And basically, you know, I just squirt a little in, just like that, just to light block. So when that light does come on, it doesn't, you know, the yellow doesn't get into where I have the other bulbs, other SMLEDs. So that's where I'm at right now, guys. And yes, my printer is going. So also, I have got the body all painted. This is I went with a T.B.I flat white because I'm going to show you guys a thing I learned for doing this. But first, I'm going to do a little wet sanding and get that squared away, and then get ready on it because I want to get this all done. And basically, the last really big thing I'm going to do is start putting the board and the wires in, and doing all that. But I need to get everything built first. So that's where I'm at, guys. So I'm going to get back to painting, and when I get the painting squared away on either the Titanic or on the Ford, I will be back and I will share with you. So again, happy Veterans Day to all my brothers and sisters out there, and when I have more to share, I will return. Well, good morning, Friday. I'm back to work. Birthday went well. Her and Melody ate the crap out of the brisket, so I'm very happy about that. But what I do want to share with you guys this morning before I really get in is, yes, I have gotten the white interior painted like I wanted to, and I had, like I said, I had to strip and redo this. But what you see, the shiny is, I learned through trial and error on a lot of things, is that one, I don't like when they seal this like that. I wish it was just, you know, the sides were separate so you could do the work in there. But what this is I use the Vallejo gloss varnish, is, maybe it's not Vallejo, but the gloss varnish, so I could protect the areas that I've already painted when I mask over. Because sometimes, even after it gets a good drying, sometimes these guys just don't want to be nice. So first thing I'm going to do is get these guys masked off so I can redo the red, and maybe get this together today and good to go. So that's where I'm at, guys. So I'm going to get back to painting, and and also started work on the stacks on the ship. So as I get more done, guys, you know I will return and share with you. So I'll see you in a bit. Alright, guys, had to go out and shovel snow, and by snow I mean more ice than snow. Got our first little storm, and it rained, and then and it started snowing in the afternoon, and then it was still staying wet, and then all of a sudden as soon as it got dark, oh my gosh, it came. But hey, so I've got the next deck on to the ship, and I've gotten a lot of the, see if I can get it in here and try to get a lot of the little detail painting done. Still got a lot of work to do on that, but we all know this. Hold on a second. I got it fixed. I put the funnels on backwards. Oops. And that's the thing is, you know, is because each funnel, there's tabs inside of them, and I thought I had it right, but oh well. Got it fixed, so there we go. There's that going on. So yay. And getting a little more of the detail painting done, like I said. But not bad. So it's going to be getting time for me to shut down for the day. So give me a few seconds or a few minutes, and let me get things reset, and I'll show you what got done this week. Alright, guys, let me rephrase what I just said. So over the last couple of weeks, really a lot this week and a little bit last week, you've seen. But hey, so here's another, oh sorry guys, let's see. Here's another 3D print I'm working on. Can't wait. And then, yes, the lovely ship, and we all know her name, so I'm not gonna put it out there just yet. So yes, getting a lot of the detail, getting a lot more done, trying to keep it in camera here for you guys, and getting a lot on the interior squared away, and the chroming. There's the engine, and let me do this real quick. Show you the bottom. So there is the bottom of the Ford Galaxy 500, and getting the body paint on. And yes, the miracle, it is dry, and I finally was able to get a coat of primer down. So probably, if not tomorrow, Sunday, I'm going to get started getting this finished. But yes, it now can be completed. So, and then yes, the other prints I've got going on over there. But so with that, guys, have a great and safe and happy weekend. Have a great, safe and happy week next week, and I'll see you back on the bench.